Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network. For the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews, press 1. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
So am I leading this thing?
Yeah, you do the intro.
Oh boy, here we
totally
go.
do the intro. It's all you. The
It's all me?
you.
Hey, he's pointing at you like it's time to go.
It's time to go. It's time to go. Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network
the DC version of Comic-Con
and the Marvel.
DC Universe Comic-Con wrap-up for DC
And Marvel. And Marvel.
and DC
And Marvel. And Marvel.
Podcast listeners' ears bleeding across the nation.
This one's
I
just
love
like
that intro. That was great. That
That was good.
great.
That went a lot better than we thought.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
We believe we didn't even rehearse that.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Oh, I can believe it.
I don't think anybody would believe that.
That was the Amalgam Universe right there.
Yeah,
Saw it happen.
the Amalgam Universe,
That was it.
absolutely.
I'm Dark
Anyway,
Spider Boy.
Hi. So we, from the Marvel side, we've got Coy Jandreau, and
sir.
I am Matt Key. Who do we have from DC?
We have Roxy
Oh,
Stryer.
hello,
That's
Roxy.
me.
Hello.
And I am Green Lantern of the 9B Alpha Sector.
That is not a sector.
Okay.
9B.
I'm Adam
Yep.
Gertler. Happy to be here.
And who do we have on the couch?
Oh!
Get the blue shirts. We are the
blue
pilots that are about to take off on a Southwest flight. Mike Kalinowski and Quasto.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
The blue shirts are coming.
The blue shirts are
coming.
All right, well let's just jump right into it. Highlights and lowlights of. Let's start with highlights. We're gonna start with
Highlights? Yeah,
highlights.
highlights.
Highlights of Comic-Con.
Well, I will say this is my second time at Comic-Con, so it's like anytime you go to like a festival or anything.
Only your second.
Your second time.
So you're so cute.
you gotta get the lay of
so
the
excited
land.
about it. He hasn't like lost his soul yet.
I knew where stuff was. So I was able to do more things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think my first Comic-Con, the indecision had me spinning around. I'm like, oh, I'm just back on the floor. Like, I didn't have a plan. So, like, I was able to go see 2 comic book panels back to back, take a break, and then to go see, like, the Minority Report and then the Marvel TV panel. You know, it was just like everything was timing. I was a lot more in
Yeah.
flow. And so that was just cool. And then, you know, meeting up with these guys on the floor, that was so much fun at the DC booth, seeing like the Batman v Superman costumes
That
up
was
close
really
in person.
cool. That was really cool.
You know,
Say it again.
It was really cool.
Yeah, you like that?
I did. I liked it a lot.
Let's check
you know, being in Hall H on Saturday, that was something I really wanted to do. I'm going to give my first shout out of the day of the James Felix. Hopefully he's listening. We had a really, really great fan who was waiting in line from 7:30 in the morning on Thursday,
Whoa.
and came up to me and he's like, "We have a place for you in line." I'm like, "Dude, I don't know if that's cool." And he's like, "Look, I'm going to tell everybody to the left and right of me. I don't care if it's cool. We were listening to the show as we came here. We love you guys. We love the show.
That's
and I'd be
awesome.
honored if you would
This
rock
guy.
it with us."
That's
And I
fantastic.
came back
That guy's
night.
awesome.
Got
That
it. Oh,
was
his
badass.
whole family is awesome. His father-in-law is awesome. Like, everybody was awesome. They're great people, and I had a great day with them in Hall H. I wore my Batman long johns. I was there, you know, met back up with them at 7 in the morning, and then we were in there all day.
That's
and it was
amazing, dude.
And sitting down is not so bad. You know, like
Yeah.
not walking all day didn't suck. And it was just really exciting. Like the Tarantino panel that was in there,
Yeah.
seeing Joss Whedon all broken because Kevin Feige, I guess, like broke him. You know, seeing the
That's the power of
Deadpool.
Marvel, man. That's the power of Marvel.
I will give it to you guys. Deadpool was like one of the highlights
Right.
of the whole
All
con.
right.
Right? It was
Because,
great.
because it was the echo of, it was a year ago that the footage broke and it was going out everywhere. And now
suddenly
we have
there's a
footage of a movie.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, people were very happy with how it looked, and rightly
Well,
so.
and it was great. Like we said on our show just a few minutes ago, actually, it was great to see them incorporate that leaked footage into the actual trailer.
the
But
panel
Did they or
felt-
did they reshoot it?
I think it was probably reshot.
Yeah,
They
okay.
reshot with live action.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
to
yeah,
use
yeah.
that footage and be like, thank you, fans. Look
Yeah.
what we've created. Like, I thought that was a really great nod.
The brown pants thing, yeah, that was really
Oh,
funny
so
because
good.
the rated R was so extreme. Like
Yeah.
when they said hard R, that it fell into that great cartoony place that places like Kingsman and
Shades of
Kick-Ass
Guardians.
have gone. You know,
Yeah.
so it's not. darkly R, it's comically R.
Yeah.
Which is how it just seemed like they were striking the right tone.
And that,
Yeah.
that opening scene has been in the script since 2009. Like that script has been in forever. So it's really cool to see. I've read like 3 versions of the script.
Well-
To see it like on the screen in real life was amazing.
And Tim Miller, the director, who was a first-time director, to see him, I don't know if you guys saw it, he's getting emotionally choked up over like how good his performances were.
Yeah.
And like you
he
can't
was like
help
almost
but
crying.
can't
And
help
Ryan
but root
Reynolds
for these
loves it
people.
that much too. So to see 2 grown men that love a character so much make a movie of their dreams and have it look like the movie we wanted was like the greatest.
Well,
That's
and-
what Comic-Con's meant to be.
To be fair, I cry about all of our performances after every show.
Well, you're very emotional.
I get
rough.
emotional.
Yeah, but they're crying because they liked him and they were good.
Hey, tears are all. They look the same.
Tears are tears. You're right. You're right.
I think that this movie, Deadpool, is going to be such a hit. I think it's arriving at the perfect time when some people I'm already starting to hear, like, not us, but other people are starting to say, like, God, how many more of these comic book movies?
Self-aware comic movie.
And then when this shows up, it's exactly.
It's
just
the
the
perfect time to
timing.
be like, hey, by the way, I know you're watching me. I know you're watching a comic movie. We're a comic movie. Perfect.
I think
Yeah.
it's going to do incredible. I really do. I just can't see how it cannot.
And everyone that started with comic movies 10 years ago is now over 18 to watch an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
Like, unless you were 5 and it didn't matter. Like, it's perfect.
I guess I don't know. I guess internationally is a big question. You know, it's not going to be like Batman v Superman internationally. That's going to just be like a big.
Well,
costs
and one of
this
the
much
things,
money.
like, just one of the things just about box office stuff in general, like, comedy in America doesn't necessarily always translate internationally. So
Transformers do really well everywhere else.
Right. Well, Transformers and
Didn't
Jurassic World
But I don't
don't
know
even
that-
need sound.
That's what I mean. Like,
but
those
I
things
don't know
are
that those were
automatically-
billed as comedies either.
But I'm
Like,
just saying, international audiences have different perspectives.
I'm saying America, like, comedy in America is different from the rest of the world.
Especially Ryan Reynolds comedy.
So
All right, I feel like we're getting along too well right now, and I'm just
Okay.
going to throw
Probably
some
wants to be a
fire
duel.
in
Yeah.
there
Oh,
because
throw-
this is
throw
coming
some-
from the
yeah,
chat.
right?
And this is from Ahmed Faraz says, DC anally raped Marvel at SDCC, no question about it. Just throwing that out there.
Okay,
cannot
well, first of all,
So specific.
first of all, that
So
is
specific.
throw it out there.
I will also
specific.
say Marvel Studios wasn't even there to be anally raped.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
So they didn't even show
Here's-
up for that.
here's
but
one-
I would say what he's saying is that they anally raped Fox. At which point I would say
Can we stop using the R word?
Yeah.
yes,
Okay, keep going.
very
Mr.
fair. Thank you.
A little bit.
No, you're right. It's not a
Okay,
good word
here's
to say.
the thing.
I decided to share it. It was coming from a fan. We love our fans no matter what language they use.
I'm not mad at Marvel Studios for not showing up, but here's what I am a little peeved at. I did go to the Marvel TV panel, and it was cool seeing Jeff Loeb do it. And I will say, like, I'm glad that Jeff Loeb was moderating that panel. I wish that Warner Brothers had a producer moderating DC, because when we get into that, we'll talk more about, they did a whole DC sizzle about all the movies that are coming in DC. That's when we first found out that there's going to be a Green Lantern Corps movie. It was
Which
on
is
this
exciting.
sizzle, which is very exciting. But there is no cheerleader. Like, Zack Snyder is a director, and he was talking about his movies. David Ayer is a director. He was talking about his movies.
Did they not have Jeff Johns there? Isn't he
No,
supposed to be
I
like
actually
their
did see the
cheerleader?
Jeff Johns panel, but no, he's not the producer in that case. He's not a producer on all these films in the same way.
They're missing an opportunity. They should have him there as a cheerleader because Marvel has Feige and they've got Jeff Loeb.
They had
and-
Aisha Tyler, I think, moderating that panel, which is cool. But yeah, Jeff Johns would have been a better choice, I think.
because
But
he's such a company man and he's such a big cheerleader for their whole thing.
absolutely.
So.
But Marvel Television here, they brought Shield, and they brought Carter, which was great, and all the actors were there. Why was there no mention of any Netflix series?
I don't understand how they didn't
That's-
announce that.
Yeah.
Or a screenshot of Jessica Jones, like, which is coming out
That's-
soon, like, or even an acknowledgement of, like, we're glad you liked Daredevil.
Yeah,
Anything.
There was
Yeah.
nothing from
Weirdly
Netflix.
so, right?
Is such a lost moment. Like,
Yeah.
not announcing Iron Fist at Comic-Con was such a weird lack
was
of-
going on?
I agree. I'll give that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I think Suicide Squad looks laughable. And I know a lot of people love it, and I'm one of the ones that I don't understand how people love it.
Okay.
I'm literally in confusion because the Joker, I thought of a way I'd make the Joker tolerable, and the only way I think the Joker will work with those tattoos is make him Robin. So Robin's dead, and the Joker we see with Jared Leto, it's Heath's Joker that tortured Robin into being that person and tattooed him with all the meta stuff.
No, is that Max Landis that first came up with that? Okay, all right.
This is from a Max and I thread that we've extrapolated.
Okay, no,
into
I've seen this. I've
Yeah,
seen this thread. It's
so-
a very
but
interesting
now,
theory.
Max and I were talking. We realized the only way we think that Robin would work is if you have Robin be the Joker as tortured by Harley Quinn. So you make him Harley Quinn be the one that's Joker's Harley's bitch.
For some moderation for a second, let's shoot over to the couch because you guys have stuff
I
to
just
do.
want to say for all the negative backlash against the Suicide Squad teaser, it's a teaser. It's not a trailer.
No, I get that.
We don't need a storyline. I thought it was amazing. I thought it looked incredible. I thought all the characters looked fascinating to me. I see all the negative backlash. It's like, calm down. They just got done filming. That's pretty awesome to have 3 minutes already, I think.
I thought the tone was fun. I loved how it was shot. The lighting was gorgeous. I love David Ayer. I just don't think the Joker fits. Like, it felt like a little add-on, which I get they need to do because the Joker is important, but I don't feel like... I wanted to see the Joker in movement before I judged it. Now that I've seen it in movement, I'm still not wowed.
Yeah,
Do you know
okay.
what I mean?
I will say along the Suicide Squad trailer, I did not hate the Suicide Squad trailer. I will still see it on opening day. I'm not as excited for it, but that could also just be because I'm such a Marvel fanboy. But I will say that days after I saw it, like last night, my fiance Brittany and I were at home, and I was sitting on the couch, and it hit me. I'm still bothered that that's the Joker. Like, I'm so not on board with the Joker. I just
Really? I don't understand.
He's my favorite villain. I'm a Marvel guy. Joker's my favorite villain. So whatever that brings across the
he looks
lines.
like a Joker henchman more than he looks like the Joker to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
that's why I like the
Like,
Robin
and that's just an opinion, but that is my opinion.
I will tell you what I think about this Joker, and in this DC universe, it's a really dark, brutal DC universe. I think this guy's going to be a real homicidal psychopath.
Oh, absolutely.
In a really dark and twisted, demented way. You know, from the couple of lines, I thought his voice, characteristically, it sounded very similar to kind of like what Heath was doing. And then I was thinking about even the Jack Nicholson Joker, and like he killed lots of people too. So like he's,
Here's the thing. Is his performance going to be amazing? Yes. Is he going to be dark, homicidal? Is he going to fit in tone with the movie? Absolutely. He just doesn't look like the Joker to me. Like,
I think he looks so much like the Joker.
Like I don't understand why the Joker would ever he doesn't need tattoos. I don't see him
would he
being
have a
that sort of
license plate?
vain.
Would he
Like I
go
don't
to
see him
DMV?
driving that kind of a car. Like
what do you
just
mean, on
that
his
sort
get
of
a
like
custom plate.
values.
Like, would the Joker go to the DMV and register a custom plate?
well, look, there's no easier way to draw attention to yourself than drying out with an improperly registered car.
That's true.
You have to
That's
think
true.
about
Now I don't know that
that
it's smart to get a vanity
Gotham
plate.
Police on your side. I get you. I get you.
Roxy, what were you saying?
I just don't understand the complaint that he is mimicking Heath Ledger's Joker. I don't feel that way at all. Tonally, perhaps, but I think that it looks completely different. I think he sounds different. I don't understand why people are drawing comparisons in a negative way. If
And
anything,
there shouldn't be a comparison.
It's not fair to compare. I agree
It's
with that.
not fair. So everyone should calm the F down and enjoy Jared Leto for an amazing. I think he's going to be incredible.
I'm just taking it out of anyone comparing.
Sure.
I'm just looking at the Joker objectively from my version of the Joker and not comparing it to anyone else.
I think it's fair to compare. He's playing the same character, so I don't think it's. I mean, you can compare it to Cesar Romero. It's a different interpretation.
Well,
of
it's
the
a
same
completely different
character.
It's like
interpretation.
James Bond. I
Yes.
love that the Joker can be so many people.
it's by far and
Yeah.
away the most challenging role of the entire year and has
Oh,
the
God,
most
yeah.
pressure under it. And I just feel like people are jumping down his throat. We saw, what was that, 3 seconds?
Yeah.
We saw 3 seconds.
Here's what I'm excited about. I think that the way David Ayer put out the Suicide Squad cast and the tone is that these are bad guys.
Yeah.
But they're criminals. But there's a difference between someone that, makes their living going against the grain of society and breaking the law and someone that is kind of like evil and sadistic and sociopathic.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So bad versus evil as opposed to good versus bad or good versus evil. So these are bad guys, as they even say, like, so they're bad guys, which is kind of corny the way you said
Yeah.
that. So they're bad guys. But, I think that compared to them, I think the Joker is going to be really freaking dark.
What did you guys think of
Yeah.
Will Smith?
We'll talk more about it on our show.
I thought fine. I mean, they showed him
Or now.
kicking ass. I like that little glimpse that they showed with him, like all pimped out, like buying gifts for his daughter. You know what I mean? I get a bad guy. Like this is a guy who's probably like, he's probably split with the mother, and he's probably the guy that like gets lots of money from illegal activities and like tries to buy the love of his daughter, and then ends up in jail.
Yeah.
But he still loves his daughter.
Remember the time that we started and we were like, Adam, what were your highlights of Comic-Con? And then we didn't get to everything.
Then we got right to it. And so what other highlights? What other highlights? Well, because you tried to start a war. You tried.
I did. I tried to start
Which was hard. What other highlights? What did you guys
I
love?
want to ask
Kalinowski,
your
you
guys'
were there.
opinion, the Marvel guys. What do you think about Apocalypse? The way he
I
Oh,
don't like
man.
the way
because
he
someone
walks.
said it 2 days ago, and it's in my head. Ivan News from
Yeah.
It's stuck with
It's
me.
stuck with me
since
too.
then.
I said
It's stuck.
Ivan News and Derpy Ronin had a baby.
I don't
Yeah.
know what Ivan News is. Can someone
The
explain
Power
it
Rangers
to me?
bad guy?
Power Rangers.
What's that?
The Power Rangers bad guy.
From the movie.
And then like a Ronin lesser.
Oh, it just.
I think he looks great, but shrunk.
He looks very
you know
close
what I
to-
mean? Like, if
that
he
was my
like,
first thought when I saw the Fox
if he was
panel. I was like,
6'10",
he's too
and
tiny.
he filled it out. He just like in one of the perspective, and it's probably perspective, but one of the EW photo,
Yeah.
it looks like Storm and Psylocke are both towering
Yeah,
over
his
Hawkeye.
arms are
Come
really short
with
for how big
me.
his chest is.
In Salvador,
And
I'm in Salvador.
Storm with the mohawk is just like, oh yes.
We welcome you to
Apocalypse Land, Apocalypse Land,
They went
Apocalypse
full X-Men
Land.
animated series, which I respect. I personally don't. I mean,
Really
he's
good.
gray. Why is he blue and purple? Like, there's a
Right.
lot of things.
And
Yeah.
and as we pointed out on our show earlier, there's Ooze.
Yeah,
That's him. That's him. That's absolutely him.
It's him.
I'm excited to see them trying to go for like the source material, but in this case, I don't know that it worked as well. Like everyone else, and,
The CG
and apparently,
augmentation
like,
might help.
yeah,
Can we also just quickly call out the dicks of the panels, and like as much as Jesse Eisenberg might have been a dick, the young cast of the X-Men, for some reason there's something that goes on with these young cast, like the people that are in their 20s that have just been given the roles of a lifetime, that it is so uncool to seem at all grateful or enthusiastic
I don't-
on a
yeah.
Hall H panel. Who now exceptions to this rule are people like Tarantino, Michael Fassbender, okay, who gets just so much love.
Yeah.
Everybody loves him.
Andrew Garfield before. Came
Yes.
to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
20s guy.
You know,
McAvoy had a blast on that panel.
McAvoy was great, but the other cast was like, what?
I really think they're overwhelmed.
I got wings. What's I
yeah.
have wings.
love
I mean, that
Ryan
was
Reynolds.
a direct quote.
I agree
Reynolds
with you.
was
It's
handled.
probably really scary.
Reynolds
they're
was
up there.
awesome.
He
They're
handled
like
himself.
pissing themselves a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're probably a little overwhelmed. Like 2,000 people, and this is
Yeah.
gonna
And the
go
line is
live.
very much the age like we're talking about. I think it's just being young and being like, oh
I hope
my
that's it.
God.
I hope it's not just
But-
like
but
we're too
I-
cool to feign enthusiasm.
No,
It's
I-
either
You have to remember about actors is a lot of these people are so used to playing characters that they're not used to being themselves. And
They're,
they're,
they're on
getting
a set
asked
behind
questions.
a camera, not like a stage actor
Yeah.
that's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, Hall H. Because I can't imagine.
scary.
Hall H is scary from the back. I can't imagine being under a spotlight like every one of these people is.
I mean,
looking
like
at me.
Michael B. Jordan, at least he's an admitted
love
comic
him.
book nerd, and he
Yeah.
loves to put it out there. But you know, to some extent, I know it's a lot to ask, and I know that even like the X-Men cast was. I've heard they were casting the night before. I mean, they were shooting the night before.
Yeah.
They flew him in to be there, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I just look. I know it's been said before. You're getting a lot of money. Like, just slap on a happy face.
You
know,
the
just
Jesse
throw it
Eisenberg
on.
comment.
You
I
would think someone would tell them, like, hey, like people have been before, hey guys, these people are gonna love you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Just go out there and smile and be nice to them. Say, just go out there and put your arms up and go Comic-Con.
It's-
and they
Don't
go
compare the
nuts for
experience
you.
to
That's
Genesis.
all you gotta do.
It's the difference between like I've got wings to I've got wings.
Yeah.
I've got
Well, like,
wings.
Like, Lucas was
like
excited about
wings.
like Havoc getting handled correctly. It just
Yeah.
was weirdly like out of context. Like Lucas's whole thing felt weird. Like I
His
just
hula hoops thing.
Yeah,
He's
like-
still mad about the
He's
hula
still
hoops.
mad about the
He's
hula
still
hoops.
mad about
But he
having
at
to
least
do
respects
this.
the character was talking about the Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Like there's a vibe, but it is a weird thing that like some actors are just like, hey. So I get it, but the Jesse Eisenberg thing felt way weirder to me after the fact because he didn't seem that upset during the panel. Like Jesse Eisenberg seemed to be handling his own fairly
No,
well.
and he quickly retracted, but just a weird choice of words,
Just
man.
very
weird.
strong
And
choice of
again,
words.
like, can't you just like? It's weird to like to feel that way, but then to have to express it. Like, it's almost like if you really felt that way, just like keep quiet about it. Like,
I honestly think it's one of two things. I think it's either intimidation, just seeing everything like you guys mentioned, or it could just be the whole like, when you were 13 and nothing your parents said was cool.
Yeah.
It might just be like that, like whatever. I just don't want to be here.
yeah. Or he's
So
really
it's
meta,
amazing.
and he really wants people to hate Lex Luthor on a
think
deep,
that's
deep level.
I think so. I think he's just that's how he is. Like we've seen him in interviews before. It's not like it's the DC who's a new.
No.
thing. He's always like
He's
this.
always like that. He's always uncomfortably awkward,
Yeah.
and I still like him. I still think Zombieland was the time I liked him the best.
I think it's the kind of guy that when he does show up at a party, you're like, God damn it, Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Someone go talk to him.
Like, I can't do a keg stand in front of Eisenberg. He's gonna be judging me the whole
I think
time.
there's a reason he was so good at playing Mark Zuckerberg. I think it's
Yeah.
a very natural thing for him to step into, and I get how that'd be hard to be public about it.
And it will be
Yeah.
similar with Lex.
Are we being wrapped up? Is that playoff music?
Yeah.
I think
we
we're being played off.
gotta get our shit going.
Wow. Yeah. You got your
That was a
show
very short
and-
battle, you guys.
Yeah.
That was a short battle, but Comic-Con was fun.
Comic-Con.
I got wings. I got wings.
Ivan Ooze.
Stay tuned for the DC show. You guys are doing the trailer talk.
Yeah, we are. We are talking trailers and all things that happen on the panel.
Yeah, we're gonna go like shot by shot. We have lots of screen grabs we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about. There's lots of like TV news we're gonna try to get to. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah. Lots. I'm excited for you guys. You guys had a great
we had a
Comic-Con.
huge
You guys
Comic-Con.
have a lot to talk about.
Goddamn time.
We needed it.
35 episodes in, we have some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And go. And DC movie news.
Yeah. Well, welcome to what we've had.
Ha 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 ha.
The Batsuit is the prettiest suit, by the way. I give you guys full Batsuit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm just saying, you guys designed it. You did a great job.
Yeah. Wow. Well done. All right.
All right, bye guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.